Happiness is your own responsibility. It's not your boyfriend's, it's not your girlfriend's, it's not your partner's, it's your own responsibility. So often when we seek happiness, we think that we should look externally and get it from something else other than ourselves. So many of us seek a partner, a relationship to make us happy. We go after jobs. We go after the big shiny objects to make us happy. But really, truly, happiness is an inside job. It's down to you, not anyone else, not anything else. It's down to you. And I get it. I put my hands up. I was this person. I always looked externally for happiness, for validation. I always looked externally to find a relationship to make me happy. And I thought that that's what the solution was, to be happy in other people. But that's not true. Because you know what? If you are not happy with yourself, who you are as a person, no one else is going to be able to make you happy. And don't get me wrong, I know that relationships, having a partner, having friends and all of these things, yes, they can contribute to the happiness. They can be an enhancer to the happiness experience. But if you are not happy as a person with who you are, where you are in life, that's not going to make a difference. Maybe temporarily you will be happy, but for long term, sooner or later, problems will start to arise. Like if you are with someone and you depend on them to be happy, more than likely, people are people. We're all humans. People are going to have bad days, good days, bad days. Maybe they will have a period of a time where they're stressful and they cannot make you happy. What happens then? Who will you rely on then? It's not fair to put the pressure on someone else to make you happy. That's what I'm saying. It's not fair that someone else has to be responsible for our happiness. Yes, of course, if I am seeking a partner, I would want them to make me feel happy. But it's down to me. It's down to me to make myself feel happy first. Because let me tell you this, people will come and go. Friends, family members even. No one is going to, life is not constant. When we seek partners, if we're seeking for a boyfriend or, seeking for a relationship, there's no guarantee that people will be by your side forever. There's a chance that things go different direction and they may not work out. So isn't it better that you find ways to make yourself feel happy? So no matter what happens in the external situation, with everything that happens in the world, in the crazy world that we live in, that you can still stay grounded. You've figured out how to make yourself happy. Doesn't that sound amazing? I don't know about you, but it does to me. Knowing the fact that whatever is going on externally in the world, the constant change, the constant madness, going on dates and the roller coaster rides, being in relationships and it not working out, going through breakups, breaking up with friends even, dealing with toxic family members, all of these things, isn't it better that you can be happy with you, who you are as a person, so that no matter what is going on, how to be at peace. Happiness, being happy, means being at peace with yourself, with who you are. And please tell me, what can be more important than being at peace? Being at peace with who you are, with where you are in life, knowing how to do that. I think, it's priceless. It's so important that we know that. If you feel like you are someone who cannot deal with being on your own, if you're someone who feels like you really struggle to be on your own, you don't enjoy your own company, you're scared about being alone, you have to do something with other people all the time, how do you expect other people to enjoy your company? If you're someone who's constantly being needy, you always need people's validation, you need people by your side all the time. Think about it. Like, how do you think people will enjoy your own company if you do not know how to enjoy your own company? So first and foremost, that's why it's so important, and I encourage you to discover and to learn how to be happy on your own. And whatever else comes in life for you, it's a bonus. It's an icing on the cake. The fact that you need to seek a relationship, the fact that you need to always look externally to find happiness is a lie. It's not true. You don't. Happiness is an inside job. So how can you work on being more happy? If you're someone who feels like you're someone who struggles to be happy and you constantly need people around you, well, the first thing is I would really encourage small steps at a time to start spending some more time alone. This will really help you discover who you are. Spend some time alone and learn about yourself. Learn about personal development and self-improvement. Work on yourself. I really, really can say that when I eventually spent some time alone, start living alone, this is the time I truly discovered who I am. This is the time I truly discovered who I am without the distraction of the world, from the noise of the outside world, from what I was brought up to believe, the traditions that I had to be like this and I had to be like that. No, I don't. I can be me, I can be Rosina. And you discover that by stepping away from what society has told you should be. The way you learn to become more happy with yourself, to be more at peace with yourself, is to learn to spend some more time in solitude alone. It doesn't have to be for long. Because when we do that, that's how you will become strong. Someone who knows how to spend time alone, someone who is okay with their own company, is powerful. That means you're someone who will not be influenced by what other people think. When you learn to spend time alone, you will discover who you are. Being happy on your own means you go through and you develop all the challenges that you've had. Like, I know before I lived alone, there were so many things I had to work through. I was living with my family for a very long time. But I was dependent on them for so many things, from cooking. I know it's embarrassing to admit. From cooking, relying on them emotionally, and so many other things. I wasn't fully the person who I wanted to be. I was dependent heavily on the people around me. I would constantly be calling my sister, driving her crazy about issues and so much drama. Happiness is when you are okay being alone. You can rely and depend on yourself. This is the time when you can get things sorted in your life, so you are ready for whoever else needs to enter it. You are grounded, you are balanced. When you are happy with yourself, I promise you, you will not be desperate for people's company and validation. I promise you, if you're looking for a relationship, you're not going to just settle with anyone because you're desperate and you fear being alone. When you are happy with who you are, your standards will rise. They will go up. You're not going to put up with any BS from anyone. No. Not from a partner, not from friends, not from family. When you are happy with who you are, you're not going to be afraid to let people down. You're not going to do things just to please people. When you are happy with who you are, you will prioritize self-care. Self-care is not being selfish. When you take care of yourself, it means you can take care of the people around you. You can take care of the world. When you are not taking care of yourself, you are no good to no one. No. That's why it's so important you take care of yourself, physical, mental, however it may be. Happiness is when you prioritize yourself. When you are doing the things that you love, that you feel passionate about, that make you feel good. You're not doing things to people please. You set boundaries with people. And you're not afraid to say no. As someone who used to be an ex-people pleaser, I can assure you it was so difficult for me to say no to people. I used to feel so guilty, so bad. It was almost like automatic for me to want to put others first before me all the time, at the detriment of my own happiness. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean be selfish and never consider others' needs. No. That's not what it means. It means being very selective about who you spend your time with. You know, those energy vampires, the friends who can use you, the boyfriends who take advantage of you, knowing the red flags in someone before you let them enter your life. This is what setting boundaries means. You can set boundaries when you know yourself, when you know yourself and your self-worth. That's when you won't let people take advantage of you, and you won't be afraid to say no. And when you start treating yourself with love and respect, automatically other people will do the same. Like, have you ever noticed someone who has no self-respect for themselves, or who is, for example, a yes person for everything because they're afraid to say no. People just take advantage of these people. Unfortunately, it's sad because they've not learnt to love themselves. They haven't learnt to value themselves. So they let people walk all over them. Because unfortunately, people will take. Not everyone has the emotional intelligence to consider other people's needs. And it's your responsibility to teach people how to treat you. Happiness is down to you. It's not down to anyone else. And as cliche as it may sound, we may have heard this so many times, we may have read it, but it really is true. Like, it's down to you to make yourself happy. Recently, I met someone and I really liked them. They seemed really interesting and I thought, oh, this could be very interesting. And then soon after, I discovered that some information that was some red flags. And I had to really take a step back. If I was someone who had nothing going on in my life, who had no ambition, who had no hobbies, who had no passions, I probably would have given this person more of my time because I have nothing going on. I probably would have let this person mistreat me because I have nothing going on. But because I know I deserve better, and because I know that I want more from someone than this kind of treatment, as hard as it may be, it's okay for me to let go because I know I have a life beyond just looking for a partner, And situations like this, it's important that we know how to make ourselves happy. You know how to make yourself happy because people will come and go. But what you do, what makes you happy, the things that lift you up, the things that make you you, they will always be with you forever. And that's why it's so important that we do discover, focus on what makes you happy. Let me know what makes you happy. I'll be very interested. Leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this. I'm sending you my love and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Love you. Bye.